Hello, grade 6 students. This is a past paper discussion, and here we are discussing end term examination November 2024. With the edXL curriculum, the assessment criteria or the assessment methodology also was changed from 2024. Earlier, we didn't have end-term examination like this, so this is the only past paper we do have. So earlier, we had October monthly test, then the January monthly test, and the March semester examination papers. But now everything was changed. As per the change, from 2024 onwards, you are having end-term examination in November 2. So this is the 2024 paper, and this is the only past paper available for us to discuss and get an idea about the paper structure. Right? So we will move forward here that you have to spend 3 periods, and when you get the paper, you want to fill the blanks, whether you are in 6A, 6B. Likewise, you want to fill the blank and the date, your admission number, your name. These are very important, right? From grade 6 onwards, that you want to be familiar with the examination structure, because you are getting ready for the edXL O-level exam. So then after filling them, you want to move to the instructions. And some students, always I'm recalling this, some students, they think no need to read the instruction because every time we have the same instructions. But I suggest you to read instruction, even though you feel that they are familiar. We don't know whether there can be any new instructions. So we don't know. So therefore, please read them. So it's just a matter of spending maybe 2 seconds, 3 seconds, but that 2 or 3 seconds will be very important for you to write the answers according to the instructions. Here it says answer all the questions showing your workings where necessary on the spaces provided in this paper. That means you are not allowed to use any other line papers. Somehow you want to manage the spaces given in the paper itself. Okay, so then we will go through that how many parts we do have. Here we have part 1, right? And then you can see the marks allocated for each section they have shown here. And we'll see that part 1 and then we have part 2, right? So then, okay, right. Okay, so then we will start the discussion without wasting the time, right? The question number 1, that these are very easy things, but you should know that to follow the instruction. If you have a sum like this, you want to start from here, 8 plus 5, 13, right? So then 13 plus 9. What is the answer? 8 plus 5, 13, and 13 plus 9, it is 22, and 22 plus 3, the answer is 25. You write here 25. Okay. And this one, first what you want to do, children, you want to write them in the vertical way, 2516 and 348 and 1256, and you add it like this, right? So then you want to start from the units. So then you can add 6 plus 8. Always you start from the bottom, right? 6 plus 8, 14. 14 plus 6, 20. And you put 0 here and you have 2 remainder. Then you have 5 plus 4, 9. 9 plus 1, 10. And the remainder 2. That becomes 12 and 1 remainder. Then 2 plus 3, 5. 5 plus 5, 10, and the remainder 1, it is 11, and again 1 remainder. Then you have 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus that remainder 1, it becomes 4. So then your answer is 4120. So then you put the equation mark here and you write 4120. Right? Always before moving to the next question, double check whether you have done it correctly. Right? 4,120. So then the earlier one, 3 plus 9 plus 5 plus 8, but we start from the bottom, right? So then we have 8 plus 5 plus 9 plus 3, it becomes 25, right? Then the next one here that I will show you an easy way to do this. When you have something like this, first you write 36 multiplied by 9 multiplied by 100, right? Then you go to your working column, 36 you multiply by 9. Okay, so then what happened? 36 when you multiply by 9, 9 times 6, 54. Okay, 4 I write here and 5 here. 9 times 3, 27. 27 plus 5, it is 32. Okay, right. Then I write the next step, 324 times 100, and then the final answer 32,400. Okay, so then this is what they are expecting, because this is what you have learned in the with the textbook, right? 36 you multiply by 900, that you can straight away multiply it like this. 900 you multiply by 36, and you can do the same thing here, that this 6 and this is 54, and here it is 0 and here it is 27, and then you can add them together. We'll see whether we get the same answer. 4, 2, yeah, we get the same answer, but you want to apply the method you learn with your textbook. And here we have to use the BODMAS, or the mathematical operations order. So then here we have 2 times 3. The answer is 6. Then I rewrite the question, 7 minus 6 plus 2. Here that you have two methods. Either you can subtract 6 and add 2, or else you can add 7 and 2 first and then subtract 6. 7 plus 2, 9. 9 minus 6, 3. The same thing. You just subtract 6 from 7. It gives you 1. And 1 plus 2, 3. You get the same answer. Then the next one, express 20 as a product of two factors giving all the possibilities. Read the question properly. Express 20 as a product of two factors giving all the possibilities. What are the possibilities we can have? You just see that you can write it like this. So then you have 1 times 20. Then 2 times 10. What else? 3 times? No, we don't have. 4 times 5. 5 times 4, but you don't want to write. 10 times 2, you don't want to write. Why? Already you have written 2 times 10 and 4 times 5, the same thing. Either it is 4 times 5 or 5 times 4, the same, the factors we do have. So then this is how you express 20 as a product of two factors giving all the possibilities. If they have just mentioned you to write this as a product of two factors, either you can write 1 times 20, 2 times 10, or 4 times 5. You can see as we have 3 pairs, they have given 3 marks, right? Okay, so then we will move to the next question. Express 36 in prime factors. First of all, you want to recall your knowledge that these are the factors, right? So then first you want to understand 36. First of all, tell me, children, what are prime factors or the prime numbers? The numbers which can be divided only by 1 and itself. Only by 1 and itself. So what are the prime numbers we do have? 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, and it's going on. Okay, 1 is not a prime number, and 2 is the only even number in the prime number list, right? So these are the things you should know when it comes to the prime numbers. So then when you want to express a number in prime factors, we start dividing the given number by the prime numbers. we start from the lowest possible prime number, that is 2. So then I divide this by 2, it gives me 18. Again, I divide this by 2 and it gives me 9. 9 I can't divide by 2, therefore I move to the next prime number, that is 3, and this becomes 3. Again, I divide this by 3 and it is 1. Until you get the answer 1, you divide like this. So you want to divide them by the prime numbers. You want to start from the lowest possible prime number. So then we can write 36. You write 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 3, 12. 12 times 3, 36. Right? Write 5 days as a fraction of 2 weeks. You want to write 5 days as a fraction of 2 weeks. While reading the question, you can write. But this is not matching, right? Because the denominator, it has the weeks and the numerator, it has days. So then you want to have the same, the units or the same type. We know that the 1 week is equal to 7 days. Okay. And then if you have 2 weeks, how many days we do have? How many days you have? 14 days. Okay, so then I can write, instead of 2 weeks, now I write 5 days divided by 14 days. Right? So then the days and days you can cancel. Now you have it as a fraction 5 over 14. Okay, you want to write 5 days as a fraction of 2 weeks. Let's say that you have kept the answer 5 days over 14 days. That is also correct. Don't worry. But the better to write the simplest possible answer, because we don't know what kind of answer they have given in the marking scheme, right? Always try to, I know that when you are downloading this past paper, you have the marking scheme too, right? So then you can look at the marking scheme and think about the answer. But you just imagine this is a past paper. When you get the original paper, you don't see the marking scheme and you don't know what kind of marking scheme will be there, and that whoever the examiner this time, how he or she has prepared the marking scheme. Therefore, please be ready for the worst case, that either she or he is expecting 5 days over 14 days, or just 5 over 14, you get the marks if you have written both. Okay, right. So then we will move to the next one. Here you want to deal with the equivalent fractions. So then 2 has converted to 24. How do you do that? You want to multiply this by 12. So then you want to do the same thing. 1 times 12, the answer will be 12. And then the 1 was converted to 10. How you want to multiply this by 10? Therefore, you want to do the same thing. 2 times 10, 20. And they have converted 3 into 9. How do you do that? 3 times 3, it is 9. Therefore, you want to multiply whatever the number also by 12. But this time, you have to do the reverse work. What it is, that 9 you divide by 3, it gives you the answer 3. The same way you divide 12 also by 3, it gives you the answer 4. Therefore, here the answer is 4. Now 5 you multiply by 10 to get the answer 50, and 8 multiplied by 10, the answer is 80. Okay, and here how do you do this? 36 you divide by 4, right? So then a particular number, or else 9 multiplied by 4. 9 multiplied by 4, it is 36. So then the 2 multiplied by 4, it is 8, right? It is 8. This is how you want. You don't know whether you want to do the forward calculation or the backward calculation. You just see that what is the information available for you. Based on that, you want to decide whether you are doing the forward calculation or the backward calculation, right? Okay. Then we will move to the next question, that here this is very easy. You have the same denominator, you draw the longer line and you add 1 and 1 the numerators. The final answer will be 2 over 3. And the next one also the same way, you draw the longer line and you have the same denominator 11 and 8 minus 4, the answer is 4, 4 over 11. And this one, don't worry that whether you have 2 fractions or 3 fractions, you want to follow the same method. You have the same denominator 15. So then you have 2 plus 3 plus 3. Okay. 2 plus 3, 5. 5 plus 3, 8. 8 over 15. Okay. Hope it is clear for all of you. These are not the difficult question, children, by the way. If you are facing north and turn clockwise to face south, what fraction of revolution have you turned through? Now you just see that first of all you want to have the directions. Now here that you can see this is the north direction. Then you have east. Then here you have south and here you have west. Okay. Now you were looking at the north direction. You were here. Now you have turned clockwise, right? Clockwise. Now you are facing the south direction. So then what fraction of revolution you have turned, you have come, because you know that the full turn will be 1 revolution. Here that half a revolution, right? Where does the second hand stop if it starts at 12 and turns through quarter of a revolution? So it starts at 12 and it goes only, it starts at 12 in the sense that basically it is facing north direction according to my earlier diagram. And then it has gone only quarter revolution. The quarter revolution, that means the 90 degree, you know, the right angle. So then now it is facing east, that means at 3. Right? Where does the second hand stop? If it starts at 12, now it turns through quarter revolution. Now it is at 3. Okay. So then you can show that this is 12. Right. So then like this. Right. I will draw it nicely. Right here. Then you have the quarter revolution. This is 3. And this is the quarter revolution. Okay, this is a half a revolution because earlier it was facing north and turned clockwise to face south. So that means half a revolution. And this is when you move quarter revolution, it moves from 12 to 3, right? Okay, so then we will move to the next one. What type of angle is denoted in each diagram? Children, you want to understand this. So then here, if it is less than, look at this, if it is less than 90, so this should be an acute angle. You just write this as acute angle. And here also that you can have, you just see that if you draw the 90 degree angle like this, it is less than that, so it is acute angle, right? This one you can see it is more than 90 degree angle. Therefore, this is an obtuse angle. And you can see, so this is more than 180. Therefore, it is reflex angle. And this one you can see, so then here that you want to look at the marked angle, right? So then this is an obtuse angle. Okay. So then you want to have an idea always if they have given this kind of thing. You want to, I have done a video, if you are confusing, I have done that you go to the playlist in my YouTube channel and there is a video under the geometry playlist. You go to the geometry playlist. There I have discussed about this revolution part and these simple angles and how you can understand it. Go to the playlist where you can find the geometry video series, and then you just look at the first and the second videos. There I have explained the revolution part and these simple angles and how you can identify these angles. What are the types of angles we have learned, children? Acute angles, right angle, obtuse angle, straight angle, reflex angle. Less than 90, exactly 90, more than 90, 180, more than 180. Right? So those are reflex angles. Right. So then we will move to this, and you want to find the angle this A giving reasons. How do you write this? You can see this is a point. And this A and 48 are the angle at the point. So when you add them together, they should be add up to 360. What is the reason? Angles at a point. That's all you write, children. You don't write angles at a point add up to 360. Why you don't want to write the full statement? Angles at a point add up to 360 already you have shown with the equation. Therefore, you don't want to say that. You just mention inside the bracket angles at a point. So then you want to find the A value and you keep that 360 as it is. And from 360, you deduct 48 degrees, right? From 360, when you deduct 48, you get the answer A is 312 degrees. Okay, so this is a reflex angle, right? Right. So then we will move to the next one. Mark the given measurement on XYZ triangle. So YZ 6 centimeters. You want to mark. And then the Y angle 62 and XY 7 centimeters and XZ 4.8 centimeters. That's it, right? Okay, Z angle, it is 52. You just see that always I wrote centimeter units, right? 6 centimeter, 7 centimeter, 4.8 centimeter I wrote. And whenever I mark the angle, I use the 62 degrees and then 52 degrees, right? So then you get the 5 marks when you have marked all these 5 components. Find the size of the acute angle B, right? So then we want to find the B angle. How do you do that? Angle B and 42 degrees and 82 degrees all together add up to 180. What is the reason? Angles in a triangle. Angles in a triangle, right? No need to write angles in a triangle add up to 180. Why? Because already you have shown that. Add up to 180 part, you have already shown. Therefore, you don't need to show that. So then you have 42 and 82. When you add 42 and 82, it gives me 124 degrees, right? So then what I can do if I want to find the B angle, so then here 180 minus 124, right? So then from this you deduct like this. So then it gives me the answer B angle. It is 56 degrees. If you want to double check what you can do, you can just add 42, 82 and 56 and see whether you get the answer 180. If your answer 56 is correct, when you add 42, 82 and 56 together, it should be add up to 180 because angle in a triangle add up to 180. Right. So we are done with the part 1. Right. So then we want to move to part 2. And we'll see that, yes, I think we can finish this off. Yeah, we will finish this. So then advance that you can watch everything together, right? After this video, I will bring a revision session before you go to the end term examination. You can watch that video too. Okay. Mark the point A, B, C, D, E on the given coordinated grid. So then here, children, you want to understand when you are writing the coordinates. First, we write the x value and then we write the y value. What is this x value? The movement horizontally from origin. If it is a positive value, you want to move to the right side. We know that if it is a negative value, you want to move to the left side along the x-axis, right? So then here, if they have mentioned that 4, 0, every time that when you are reading a coordinate, you should understand inside the bracket you have two numbers. The first number, they are talking about the x-axis. 4, 0, that means it should be here. It should be here and I write A here. And 5, 5 and 3, I move there. So this is B. And 2, 3. This is C. 4, 6. Like this. So this is D. Okay. 4, 0, right? And then 5, 3. B, correct. 2, 2. Sorry, I made a mistake here. That is, do you just see the importance of double checking? 2, 2. 2, 2. It should be here. So this is point C. And 4, 6. That is done. Mark the point A, B, C, D, E. Oh, what I miss? Wait. 4, 6 is E. 2, 3. Okay, I have this one also D. Right? I want to double check. 4, 0, 5, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, 6. So you want to mark these on the given coordinated grid. That's it. That you don't want to join them. You don't want to do anything. First, always you have the x-axis, then you have the y-axis. Then we are moving to the next one. The frequency table shows the results of a survey on opinion about the quality of school canteen. The quality of school canteen, that some students, they think it is very good, and some they say it is good, satisfactory, poor, very poor. Now when you have this kind of table, first of all you want to evaluate that what does this mean. 2 students, they have mentioned the canteen is very good. 16 students, they have mentioned the quality of the canteen is good. And 8 students, they said that it is in the satisfactory level. And another 8 students, they have mentioned this quality is poor. And 4 students, they have mentioned it is very poor. How many participants were there in the survey? How do you get that, children? You want to add all the numbers here, right? So you add here and see that what is the total, right? So then how do you add it? 2 plus 16, it is 18. 18 plus 18, 26. 26 plus 8, it is 34. 34 plus 4, it is 38. This is the answer. So then you can write how many participants. So you can write 38 participants. Right? Okay. So then draw a bar chart to represent the above information. You may take 1 square as 2 units in the frequency side. 1 square. So then here, that if it is that the 1 square represent 2 units, right, in the frequency side. 1 square. So then you want to use that here, children, as drawing my board and the writing pad. Sometimes I can't draw exactly. I'll try my best. Right. And to this side. Right. Okay. Then the quality. This side it should be quality of the school canteen. Quality of the school canteen. Right. So this side, the frequency. Right. The first one, it says that you may take 1 square as 2 units in the frequency side. The first one is very good, no? So then we can mark this as like this. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Like this, 22, 24. And I'm going to write them. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. The first category that we draw, 2. It is, I don't think how many that units we have. 5, no? Then the 5 in the sense we should have 1. I will start it here. But I will start like this, 2. And then the next one, 16 and 8. 16. That means this one. Then we want to keep the same gap like this. Right. 16. And the next one, 8. Next one, 8. And what is the last one? 8 and 8, 4. Right. So then you draw the 4. Last one it is 4. So you can draw this nicely because you are using the rulers. That here I'm not using the ruler. So then this is very good. And this is good. This is satisfactory. This is poor. And this is very poor. Poor and very poor. Very good, good, satisfactory. Then 2, 16, 2, 16, 8, 8, and 4. Yeah, we are done. What was the most common opinion? It was good, right? The most common opinion is good. The least opinion is very good. Very good is the least common opinion too, right? So then we will move to the next one. And again, you have the coordinate Cartesian plane 6, 5. 6, 5, this one. And you mark this as A. And 6, 1, 6, 1. So this is B. And 2, 1, this one, it is C. And ABCD is a square. And you want to find the D because they have not given the D coordinates. First, we will check that what is the distance from A to B. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 squares. Then we will check from B to C how many squares we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have, if it is a square, that all the 4 sides should be equal, no? So then how we can find the D point? From C I count 1, 2, 3, 4. So then it should be here. And I want to confirm whether my answer is correct. I can count the squares from A to D. 1, 2, 3, 4. So then you take one corner and go to another corner. Always you find 4 squares. That means it should be a square, right? Mark A, B, C, D and find D. How I'm going to write the D coordinates? Here they have asked us to write. So then the D coordinate, first you want to write the relevant X value, that is 2, right? 2, 5. 2, 5. 2, 5. 6, 5. Now you can see 6, 5, 2, 5. 6, 1, 2, 1, right? So then draw all the axes of symmetry. So for that we want to draw the square. First I draw the square here. And hope you can remember the line of symmetry in the sense that you are finding that the lines that where you can fold the figure exactly into 2 parts, right? So then we'll see. The first I will use another color to show you. The first line symmetry is this, to this side, right? Then the next line symmetry is this. And the next one, so you want to draw this carefully, children, because it's the diagonal one. Right. So these are the draw all the axes of line symmetries, right? So you fold the square the either side along these the dotted lines that you can see exactly that the 2 portions. So then that is the line symmetry, okay? And find the value of A. Now to find the value of A, first of all, you want to understand what is this. So this is 90 degree. You write here 90 degree. Then you write A plus 90 degree plus 60 degree is equal to 180. Then we write angles in a triangle. Angles in a triangle. Okay. So then the 90 and 60, you want to add them together, right? So then when you add 90 and 60, it gives me 150 degrees. To find the A value, you send the 150 to other side. So that becomes minus 150, right? So then the answer will be A equal to 30 degrees, right? Then the next one you want to do with 2 steps. What it is? First you want to find this X angle. Okay. How do you get the X angle? X and 290 degree equal to 360. Why? Angles at a point add up to 360. Angles at a point. Okay, angles at a point. So then with that you can find the x value. 360 subtract 290, right? From 360, when you subtract 290, it gives me 70 degrees, right? Then you can use the other theory, what it is, that b plus x plus 100 degrees equal to 180 degrees. So then what is the theory behind this? Angles in a triangle, right? So then we can write b plus 70 degree plus 100 equal to 180. 70 and 100, it is 170 degrees. So then how do you get the b value, children? B is equal to 180 minus 170. So then the b is equal to 10 degrees, right? See, children, that how I have shown my workings and how neat it is, that you want to maintain the same thing, right? So then the next one, right? The next one, that you want to read and draw a rough sketch. When you're drawing the rough sketch, children, you don't want to use the ruler. But if you can use the ruler, that is better. But it is not compulsory to use the ruler, because this is a rough sketch. And here, what we need to do, we want to draw a rough sketch of KLM triangle. And they have given, so then I just draw K and M. They have normally, if they have given the length like this, take it as the base length and 6 centimeters. And then the K angle and the M angle they have given. The K is 45 and this is 70, right? No need to have that the accurate, because I can see that the 70 should be more than this. Don't worry about it. If you can draw it in the closer way, so that is better for that. So then we know it should be like this, something. So then in that case, we want to extend this, and this is 70, something like this. Okay, this is our rough sketch. K, then the L should be here. A, L, M. Now we want to construct this. How you can do this, children? First, you draw a straight line and you mark point K. You open your compass and measure 6 centimeters, and you keep the point on the compass here and you draw the arc. So this is M and you can write 6 centimeters. Okay. Then the next step, you want to construct the 45. I will show you that how you can have the 45. You can use the protractor, but it's better 45 is something which we can do it now. So then we mark the arcs like this from here. So then you have then arc like this, and then you can have the 90 degree here, right? And after drawing the 90 degree, I will change the colors to show you the next step. So then you can have something like this and you draw the 45 like this. We don't know that up to which that you want to do that. You just draw a longer line. Then you take the protractor and keep the protractor here like this. And from here you measure 70 and you mark 70 here. After marking 70, you remove the protractor. Then you draw the line like this. So then this will be 45 degrees. This will be 70 degrees. Is it 70? I want to double check. Yes, it is 70, 45 and 70, right? And construct the above using a ruler, pair of compasses and protractor and name the triangle. So then here you can write L, K, L, M, and you get the marks according to these arcs, right? That you just see the 9 marks, right? The 9 marks normally you get like this. So 1, 2, 3. So then for this, 4, 5. So then the 6, 7, 8, and 9 like this. They check everything, right? So then they check everything. So then you don't want to miss any of the steps when you are doing. So then, oh my goodness. So then you want to show all the arcs like this. By any chance, any of you are struggling with this construction? I will do like this. All the relevant video, the links I will include in the description, so then you can watch them. Right? I have done a comprehensive video for this construction, how to construct an angle and how to bisect it, how to construct the triangles, the 3 different triangles, and how to bisect a line. Everything was discussed in that video. It was a live session where that I'm doing by myself with my protractor, compass, and ruler. So then better to watch it before you go to the the term end exam if you are struggling with the construction. So that is the end of the paper. Now you just see, children, I will show you one more time how I have written the answers. So then when I'm discussing a past paper, always I think I'm the student. If I'm the student, how I'm going to show my best to my teacher? Sorry. Right? So then you just see I have shown all the workings, right? So this is how you want to show your workings, right? So then no one can say that you have just taken the answers. You have a logic. Now here also that marking it as acute obtuse, I mark the 90 degree and 180. So then I have shown the logic behind my answer. So then your teacher knows, okay, this particular child has done this with a meaning, or that he or she knows the things. That is why he or she has shown everything. So then always you want to prove your teacher that here also I showed that the first number is X value and the second number is Y value. So then here that they have asked us to mark everything, you just see that the 10 marks. So then finding the correct X value and finding the correct Y value, always you get a mark, right? And here that you just see that how I have shown, right? So then see, right? This is how you want to get the final answer, right? Okay, so then we have come to the end of this paper discussion. The next video will be the revision session, right? That I will just go through the topics and I will just revise that what you are required to have. Okay, so then this is the end, and I want to mention one thing, that most of the parents, they have sent me the Facebook messages, and they have mentioned that how they can contact me. So unfortunately, you can't contact me for one-on-one session or a group class personally now, because I'm working for another institute in Canada. Hope all of you are aware about it. So then if you want to have a group class, or if you want to have an individual session, you want to contact them. You can't straight away contact me, because you just want to mention that this is their number. You can send a WhatsApp message, 953. Yeah, this is their WhatsApp number. You send a WhatsApp message to them and mention that you want to have a session with Miss Jeewa. Otherwise, there are you will be allocated to other tutors. If you want to have an individual session or group class, so contact them, and I'm not involving with any of the class arrangement or discussing the fees and everything. They will arrange it and they will communicate everything with you. So then I'm just conducting the session. So that is how I'm doing at the moment. So you can, if you feel that you want to have the further clarifications or discussion, you can contact them, right? So this is their number. Okay, children. So then we have come to the end of this past paper discussion, and I will release another revision session before the end term examination. Okay, children, we'll meet again with the next video. See you then. Bye.